Hello, my friends. It's Jory with the Blissful Knowing, numerologist, intuitive counselor, and happiness coach, here for our June energy report. We actually shifted energies on May 28th, and I did make a post about it, and a lot of you did feel it, and that was awesome. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come on. Okay, so I posted about it on May 28th, and I wanted to get on here, but we have Mercury retrograde, and we were in a month that was very hectic and chaotic. So things are more settled now. I hope that you are feeling it. I think this combination of energies that we moved into for June, as far as the numerology, is probably the best combination that we have all year. The energies, hi Pam, the energies are 6 and 3, and in 2022 we have 6 all year. We have a 6 year, so we've got double 6 and we've got 3. 3, 6, and 9 all go together in numerology. They're incredibly compatible and harmonious. So we have a lot of harmonious energy this month, but it's just a lovely, lovely energy. May had some roller coaster energy, some 5. It had chaos, it had excitement, it had that feeling of restlessness, of wanting to break free, make a change, get out of the house and go out and indulge, live for the moment. Lots of eating energy, especially when we were in Taurus season up till about May 20th. Whew, lots and lots of eating energy. Lots of eating energy and lots of let's go have fun. But like I said, it's roller coaster. It's extreme highs and lows for May, ups and downs. So lots of excitement, but also can go the other way too, drama and chaos. So now we're moving into a much more grounded and settled energy. Hi, Linda. So that was the 5. We also had 2 energy in May, which is sensitive and emotional, great for connecting with others and hanging out with others. Could create some anxiety too. So we moved out of that, yay. And there was a lot of buzzy energy in May. It was very, very up here. A lot of mental energy and a lot of caffeinated sort of buzzy feeling where things are, again, chaotic and unpredictable. So we've really gotten out of that energy now with June. 3 and 6 is what we're in. It's going to feel lighter. It's going to feel more grounded. It's like the roulette ball stopped spinning around the wheel and finally landed, because that unpredictable energy and that fickle energy of 5 can be stressful. It can be hard to pin down and not really know what's going on. So I definitely feel more settled right now. I want to talk more about the 3 energy than the 6, but I will get to both. So let me just move into 3. So 3 and 6 for June. 3 because June is the 6th month of the year, and we add that to the 6 of 2022. 2022 is the 6th year because it adds up to 6. 2 plus 2. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. So we take the 6 of 2022 and the 6 of June. We add those together and we get 12. We take the 1 plus 2 of 12 and we get 3. So that's the little math behind the scenes of where we get these numbers from. 3 energy is my favorite energy of all. It is optimistic. It is relaxing. It is lighthearted and playful and creative and social and very chatty. We also are in Gemini season right now too, which is very chatty. Now, Mercury retrograde has kind of put a damper on some of that chattiness because we've got a couple more days. June 3rd is when Mercury retrograde is over. Hallelujah. We still have the shadow period for about 3 weeks, I think. So Mercury retrograde can affect communication, and it can also affect clarity. So if you're feeling scattered, 3 energy is scattered, Mercury retrograde can kind of mess up the clarity and create miscommunication. I'm looking forward to moving past the retrograde so we can have clear communication, because like I said, that Mercury retrograde can affect your clarity and your communication, creating misunderstandings. Also, Mercury retrograde creates a reflective feeling, an internalized, introverted, introspective feeling. So that kind of canceled out a lot of the social energy for me as far as the Gemini and even this 3 energy of wanting to be social. It's just lots of reflecting on the past and questioning things. So I'm ready to move on past that. I already feel so much lighter since we shifted on May 28th into these new energies. Yay. So 6 energy all year long. We have 6 energy, and in June we have more 6 energy. So we are amplified in the energy of 6 all month long. It is a beautiful energy. 6 is a heart-based energy. It is love. That's why everybody gets married in June. It's about love, romance, and family. It's about healing. It's about nurturing others and being of service, and cooking and gardening and photography and artistic endeavors. I really, really enjoy cooking in the 6 energy. It's something that I find incredibly meditative. I have a thing about chopping. I love to chop things, to dice things very beautifully. I love making really colorful salads with all the rainbow colors of the veggies. It's like my meditation. I love chopping. I should work at a restaurant and just chop all day. It just keeps me very focused and out of my head. I highly recommend it. So lots of cooking energy, that creative energy, and 3 is creative as well. 3 also is asking us to speak our truth because it's about communication. So communication, 3, in your relationships, 6, for the purpose of healing them, 6, or communication in your relationships for the purpose of nurturing the love in the relationship. It doesn't have to be a relationship that needs healing. Lots of 3 energy for playfulness with your family, 6. Lots of playing with your pets, playing with your kids, relaxing. It's very much sit on the front porch in the rocking chair with your lemonade. It's the summer vibe. It's getting in the hammock and relaxing, because 3 it says, don't worry, be happy. Let's just kick back and relax. We're easygoing. We have an optimistic attitude. And 6 has that homebody feel that says, I just want to stay home. After all that restlessness we had in 5 of, I got to get out, I got to have adventures. 6 is like, let's bring it back home. Let's settle it back down. Let's bring in a soothing, slower Country Time lemonade commercial, guys. That's what's coming to my mind. Slowing it down. So we're relaxing and we're just feeling more grounded and more calm, but optimistic. Yes, Doran, hi. She's saying May was hard. You know, with that roller coaster energy of May, it's a wild card. The first couple weeks, at least for me, because it was my birthday and I'm a Taurus season, it was great. It was just woo. But then we did go into retrograde on May 10th and things start to just shift energy. And I felt the last couple weeks of May, especially the last maybe 10 days of May, where I was not a fan. Not a fan of those energies. So I was super happy when we shifted on May 28th. I definitely felt more optimism and just more like, okay, I can relax. Everything's cool. Hey, Christy. Hi. So if you are someone who's creative and artistic, or you have a project you want to work on, this is such a good time. Or if you're just eager to be with your family, a lot of kids are out of school now. It's just a good time to play with your kids. If you don't yet have my Love is Everywhere book, it's such a fun book to read because it's actually like a game. There are hearts hidden. This is about my natural, finding hearts in nature. There are hearts hidden throughout the entire book for your child to find on every page. And then you can even buy the little magical hide and seek hearts that you can hide around the house without telling your kids. You can tell them if you want, but if you just hide them in places where they'll find them, they can start collecting them and you can give them this cute little heart bag. So that's a fun little playful childlike game to play with your children. And it's based on love. So we've got the 3 playfulness and the 6 love. It's the perfect time to pull out my book if you have it, or if you don't, it's available on my website and online on other various retailers if you are not in the US. So, 3 and 6 also are very, very generous. 3 can be actually generous to a fault, and 6 wants to be of service. It's a humanitarian energy. And so in the spirit of the generous 3 and 6, I wanted to let you guys know, since you're all shifting into a personal month energy as well, it's very important to know what your personal month energy is for June, so you know what that element is, what element that's bringing in for you. If you book a session with me, if you purchase a session with me now through Sunday night, I would like to gift you a 2022 personal year forecast. If you don't have one, if you already have one, I will gift it to you for a loved one or a friend. So when you book the session, you just want to give me, besides giving me your numerology information, if I haven't worked with you before, your birthday and your name information that's on the site, you want to give me the name and birthday of the person that you would like the 2022 personal year forecast for, and I will gift that to you, because again, it's so important to know. I'm just talking about the universal energies because we each have different personal energies. So these are the energies that are affecting all of us. But for example, May was my 4 month, so it was a little more constricting and stuck. It was about getting organized and getting things secure, which I definitely did. But now I'm in my 5 month, and so I feel a little bit more free and relaxed and expansive. It's really nice. So I didn't even show you guys what we're doing with the cards. That's so funny. I think that covers the numerology. What I miss about doing the weekly live streams is that I would come up with things that I missed that first week and go, oh yeah, and kind of reiterate things. But hopefully I covered all the energies. It's about love, family, playfulness, optimism, creativity, nurturing, healing, being of service. 3, wanting to speak its truth, great for counseling and listening. So I'm going to really enjoy the sessions this month because it's healing and listening and counseling and nurturing others. And those are things that I love to do. So it's a wonderful time to connect through an intuitive session, which you can purchase on theblissfulknowing.com. So let's do our cards. We're going to do 4 cards from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. All 3 decks I'm about to show you I've personally created, and they are available on my website, except for the Zen Blossoms, which is sold out. The Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. What we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get. This deck, if you're interested in purchasing it, I have a low inventory. So you want to get that now because I don't know when I will be restocking. Then we will do our blessing to remember from the Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. Look at that beautiful friendship. I named this photo Best Buds because they were holding hands. How cute. I love these daisies. I have these in my yard. In my garden, I should say. That sounds better. And our challenge to embrace from the Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature deck that inspired the Love is Everywhere children's book. I'll grab a drink and then we'll just pull our cards. Something popped into my mind about the cards and I already forgot. That sounds like a retrograde scattered 3 energy thing, doesn't it? Let me just do a quick clear on these cards. Okay. I was thinking about bringing back the Magic Shuffle, which I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's a little noisy and it takes a while. And I have time today, but what happened? Oh, I was actually asked my deck, should I do the old shuffle? And it said, let it go. I thought that was super funny. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. We were left for May with Stay Balanced. And I definitely felt that. I needed to take the time off, which was a very 5 energy thing, to stay balanced. And with that roller coaster energy, it can feel like, oh my God, I got to find my footing here because it's so up and down. And what I noticed about the last reading in May is because it was for the whole month, it took me a couple days to really start to piece it together for what it meant for me. And I had to keep reflecting back on the cards the entire month just to make sense of it. Because normally I would do hi Sarah, the reading for the week. And by the end of the week, I'd have it all figured out. Okay, that's what that meant for me. But this one is a broader reading because it's for a whole month. And it actually had me thinking, should I go back to doing something weekly or even a daily numerology forecast, things like that. I used to do that all the time, and I was thinking, should I do a private group, like not a Patreon, but I used to do something called the Bliss Report, where I would do the daily numbers and then I would do different readings. And I was like, maybe I should bring that back, because I feel like we should have more than one reading a month. It's just been tricky for me to do more than one reading a month. So we will see what we get today, and hopefully by the end of June it will all make sense. All right, so what we have, here we go. Ooh, okay. It's time to bring out the pom-poms again, guys. It's one of the best cards in the deck. Yay! What a way to start. What we have. You are on the right track. Gosh, I love that. And isn't that the perfect placement for this card? It's not what we want. It's not what we need. It's not what we get. It's what we already have. We're already on the right track. You are on the right track. Doran's saying, ooh, I'd love the daily numerology. Guys, if a lot of you are really interested in doing something like that, I don't know if you remember when I did the Bliss Report group. It was a minimal, just like a something you purchase, and then it was like a private group, and I would do daily interactions with you guys, just to keep you in line with the energies as they move along. And it was great. So if you guys are really interested in that, it's something I would definitely consider bringing back. Anyway, you are on the right track is what we have. What a beautiful validation, especially with retrograde, having us reflect on everything. And for me, it had me really questioning some things, and that 5 energy can get kind of burnt out and want a change. And I started to question if I should be making a big change. And I thought, okay, well, let's get out of that 5 energy of May first before I make any decisions, because it's so fickle and unpredictable. This too shall pass. Let's get a little more grounded in June in the 6 energy, and after retrograde, we're going to have more clarity. So I'm already feeling so much better, and it was just a weird phase. But you are on the right track is definitely very comforting for me personally to see. So hopefully you guys are feeling the same way. Can you see how slow and grounded I am, by the way, especially compared to last live stream, which was very, very caffeinated. Not really caffeinated, but spazzy, because I was rushing, typical 5 energy, fast paced. And now it's just more settled, it's slower, it's like molasses energy. Okay, you are on the right track is what we have. Things flow smoothly when you are on the right track. Notice the doors that are opening for you. They are indicators that you are headed in the right direction. There's no need to get ahead of yourself. Just take one step at a time. Keep your intentions clear and your goal in mind. Continue to follow your inner guidance and allow the momentum of your inspirations to move you forward. So keep your intentions clear. I think intentions are so helpful. We can go more general. How do you, especially when it comes to how you want to feel. Sometimes we don't know what we should be doing, but we know how we want to feel. So focusing how you want and how you intend to feel, how you want to feel, to me, rather than having a goal, the goal is really about how I want to feel. And continue to follow your inner guidance. Allow the momentum of your inspirations to move you forward. And remember that you're going to get moment by moment inspiration. You've got an antenna that's built in that is connected to your inner guidance at all times. So you're always receiving moment-to-moment guidance. Your job is to make sure that your antenna is raised so you don't have a static connection to your inner guidance, which I teach people how to do that with the emotional closet cleaning technique, because that gives you a clear signal, raises your frequency so that you get that clear signal so your antenna is high and you are getting a wonderful, clear signal on what to do and what's going to serve you the best in that moment. And sometimes it's not about what to do, it's about what to not do. Sometimes it's just about being still and enjoying the moment. In fact, guys, can you tell we're in Rambly 3 energy of chatty? Is that high enough? I feel like I might have to back that up. I was outside and I saw something on Facebook and it was like, oh, learn this, do that, whatever. It was a workshop. And I thought, oh, maybe I should do that. And I didn't want to do that. And it was just a feeling of like, oh, maybe I should. It was a should. And I actually posted on the Blissful Knowing earlier today about shoulds. It was a should thing. And especially if you have any Capricorn energy or 8 or 4, it kind of has that a lot of should energy. The 3 that we have in June calms that down. It's like, no, relax. You don't have to do that. Anyway, it was just the ego. And I was sitting out there looking at this whole big business thing, and 2 hummingbirds came right by my head. I didn't have my glasses on. I can't see that well from a distance without my glasses on. It was like a foot from my head, this hummingbird. I could see its eye and its face and everything. And it was buzzing around and just right next to me. And I thought, oh my God, hummingbird is the totem for joy. And so it was reminding me that all I need to do is to find my joy. And why? Because when you're in a state of joy, that is when you are in receptive mode. That is when your antenna is the highest. That is when your intuitive channels are the clearest. So the hummingbirds were saying, you don't need to do all that. That's desperation, not inspiration. Just find your joy, find your happy, be in a state of bliss, and your antenna will be up and you'll know what you need to do when you need to do it. Hi, Lisa. Great to see you. Okay, so that was a lot of talking for one card, but again, we're in Chatty 3 energy and Gemini energy. Chatty, chatty, chatty. All right, so what we have is you're on the right track. Isn't that awesome, Lisa? Yay. Okay, so what do we want? Ooh, nature heals. Oh, I love this. Nature heals. Now, before I go into what's on the card, a lot of times when I get this card, it actually means things will heal naturally in time. They will naturally get better over time. If you just allow nature to take its course, things will get better, which very much flows with what I was talking about with the you are on the right track. Just relaxing into it, trusting the flow. But there are more specifics on this card, so let's see. Nature heals is what we want. Nature can have an instantly soothing and uplifting effect on our spirits. Next time you step out in nature, notice how much lighter and calmer you feel. Make it a priority to spend more time outdoors and enjoy the healing and meditative benefits that doing so can provide. There are many natural healing methods and remedies worth exploring that can offer a boost to your vitality. Invite the power of nature to further enhance your well-being. So there's a lot to unpack. Hi, Sandy. There's a lot to unpack here on this card. Literally going out in nature is one of the most healing things for me. I do instantly feel better the minute I step out in nature. If you have a hammock or you don't and you want one, I highly recommend a hammock, especially with this 3 energy of relaxing and the beach vibes. There's something about being cradled and floating. You just really feel supported by life. You feel like you can just release all your problems, or even laying out in the grass, grounding. Such a big fan of grounding. You know, I sell the grounding mats for indoor grounding. Laying on the earth and just letting all your problems, just asking Mother Earth to just take your burdens, just release all of that heaviness and let the earth soak all of that, just remove it from you. Super, super healing. Summertime vibe, definitely great time to be outside. So spending time outside relaxing, and then this is talking also about natural healing methods. So being that 6 energy, 3's got the relaxation, the 6 energy is about healing. I offer Reiki sessions, distance Reiki sessions. That's a natural healing method. I have always found herbs to be great, and supplements, and eating the rainbow, like I mentioned in the beginning of this live stream. Food is my medicine. So I've been doing a lot of prepping. Yesterday I posted my 2 chemo salads, prepping and chopping and cutting up these beautiful salads that I have for the whole week now, that are fresh and vibrant and filled with life force energy. And so that makes me feel very much, brings up the vitality and the healing, and my body's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So maybe if you had all the indulgence that I had in May, you're feeling like I need to detox and I need to eat cleaner too. So if you want to join my Life is Yum, Healthy Bodies, Happy Souls group, there's a lot of inspiration for veggie inspired dishes, clean eating. You can check that out. I'll try to put that in the comments. So we want to heal naturally. And maybe this is actually about healing emotionally by speaking our truth, like I mentioned earlier with the 3 energy of speaking the truth and the 6 energy of healing and relationships. All right. I want to know, guys, since we have a lot of creative energy, do you have any creative projects you're working on? I was thinking about doing some writing, lots of expressive energy. I was like, maybe I should work on another deck. Maybe I should make my Blissful Knowing Volume 2, because that's been spinning around my head for a while. Just wondering if you guys have that creative inspiration. Right now, I'm channeling most of my creative inspiration into the cooking, just to get myself back in balance from all that eating at every delicious vegan restaurant I could find. Okay, so what we need is our next card. Ooh, I like this. I feel like I need a little pom-pom for this. What we need. Break free. Break free. This, I feel like I finally broke it free out of that retrograde craziness in my head that was kind of circling the past and reflecting on everything, but hopefully it'll be completely gone by the time Mercury goes direct on June 3rd. Break free is what we need. Love those veggies, Sandy. New experiences await you when you break free from the self-imposed chains you have created. You have the freedom to choose a new thought, a new feeling, a new life. It all begins with an intention for improvement. Life is responding to your beliefs. Release false ideas of limitation and lack to open yourself up to expansion and excitement. Change is the only constant in life. If you have been stagnant, life may be trying to push you in a new and better direction. Life always wants to bring you an improved experience. Sometimes we step on our own hose because our limiting beliefs will keep us stuck. And that's a lot of the work that I do, is helping you recognize your limiting beliefs so you can let them go. Because a lot of times when you are aware of those beliefs that are holding you back, the minute you bring awareness to them, poof, they disappear. And you do feel completely free, like you've broken out of those chains. I know that, again, feeling like you're moving backwards or not able to move forward is a retrograde thing. So we all probably are wanting to feel like we want to just go back forward. We want to go forward again instead of backwards. So breaking free from that. And we had a lot of mental energy. So breaking out of those mental chains, those thoughts and beliefs, is what this card is asking us to do. It's all a mindset. That's what it is, guys. So we need to work on that. Break free. I can help you with that. Emotional closet cleaning session. Well, I should mention my 2022 free gift offer is for a 60-minute or 90-minute or emotional closet cleaning session. So that's what it's tied to. It's not the 30-minute or the 20-minute. I forgot to mention that. Okay, so what we get. Ooh, more pom-poms. Yay! Happy, happy, happy. Imagine the possibilities. Ooh, I love that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Love that. Hi, Sandy. So good to see you. Imagine the possibilities is what we get. Your imagination is a tool that connects you to your higher self. Use the power of visualization to add fuel to your desires. Know that the greatest things you can imagine are only the tip of the iceberg compared to the unfathomable delights that life can surprise you with. Using your imagination to feel as if you are already experiencing the things you dream of brings you closer and closer to manifesting them in physical reality. Ooh, that's so poofalish. I love this card. And I was doing a lot of imagining in May. We had a Master 11 energy. I know I said 2, but it technically was a Master 11 energy of the visionary. So I was doing a lot of imagining, but it was reflective imagining. It was daydreaming about my past and looking back at the past and looking back at all the magic and miracles that occurred in my past, and then reminding myself, okay, that's how the universe works. And It doesn't have to be a linear thing. We don't really live in a linear world. We live in a quantum world that is multidimensional, and there are infinite parallel realities that we're shifting to moment by moment. So things don't have to go A to B to C. It can be out of the blue surprises and excitement. But using your imagination is what fuels the manifestation. When you get to the feeling place of it, you are matching the frequency of it as if it was a physical manifestation, because your mind doesn't know the difference between what you're imagining and what is physically, tangibly, quote unquote, real. So we want to use our imagination to think about the things that we want. And again, you can think about how you want to feel, or think about things that made you feel that way in the past, just to get to that right frequency to become a match, because everything is here now, as I've said many times before. But if you can't see it, it's because you're not a vibrational match to it. So we need to shift our frequency to become a match to it. We already have everything. We just can't see it or experience it in the moment, because we are not a frequency match to it. So imagine the possibilities is what we get. I really, really like these cards. I like these cards a lot better than May's cards, just saying. So thank you, 3 energy of optimism and happiness, because I'm feeling it with these cards. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick fluff for these. We've got our blessing to remember. Whoa. Blessing to remember. Challenge to embrace. Cards left. What is our blessing to remember? Woo! I swear, how many pom-poms and how many oohs are we going to do? Triumph. Oh my gosh. Oh, love this. Triumph. Triumph in the ability to break free from the chains, the mental chains that we have self-imposed. That's what I'm feeling. So triumph, victory. Woo! I picked this word triumph for this image because the middle here, I don't know what that, I wrote it down in the card description, but the middle part of the flower, that little yellow part of that flower, green and yellow, looked like a fist in the air, like, yes, I did it. I did it. And then around that are these little red pollen things. Again, I don't remember the term. And it looked like people in the stadium in a circle shaking their little pom-poms in the air, cheering the victor on for their success and achievement. So this card has this flower has another card in this deck, and it's in the bud form. It's the beginnings card. So this is that endings triumph, the end of the journey, the final mission accomplished image where it's like full bloom, full fruition. Yes, I did it. So blessing to remember is that we are here to triumph. We have everything we need to overcome obstacles to triumph. We have everything we need built in us to manifest the life that we prefer. It's all built in because of our direct connection to the non-physical aspect of ourselves, the higher self, which is conjuring up all the solutions and the manifestations for us. We have that connection to our higher self. We're living life. We're exploring the contrast. We're sifting through and carving out our preferences. And that information is being fed back to the higher self at all times. The higher self's taking notes and lining up new and improved experiences for evolution and expansion, and placing synchronicity and hints on our path so that we can navigate towards those improved experiences. And non-physical, it's instant manifestation. We want something, we get it. Poof, poof, poof. But we slowed down our vibration for this physical earth experience so that we could see how powerful we are. Slow down the manifestation process. It's not instant anymore. It can be almost instant sometimes because the frequency is raising so much. But it's like, oh, we have an idea, we have a thought. Eventually, it poofs if we don't step on our own hose. If we don't get stuck in those self-imposed chains, we got to break free. So, triumph. We have everything we need to triumph. Remember when I was 16 and I said to my friend, I'm going to write a book called It's in You. I knew that we had everything we needed within us. So, don't forget that. You have everything you need to succeed. Hi, Shania. There's Shania, master manifester herself. She's had so much magic. It's so fun. So fun. All right. So triumphs, Shania, is our blessing to remember we have everything we need. Challenge to embrace this month. Ooh, awareness. Now this can be interpreted in many, many ways. The reason why I picked awareness for this image is because in order to see a heart cloud in the sky, you have to be aware of what's going on around you. You have to be present in the moment. So this card typically means be present in the moment for me. And that goes back to what I was saying way back to you are on the right track, that you're going to get moment by moment guidance, and you'll always know what you need to know when you need to know it, not a minute sooner, not a minute later, but you've got to stay in the now with your antenna raised so you're receiving the moment by moment guidance, like the GPS. Turn here, do this, make this phone call, look this up. Awareness can also mean in this context, because of what we had earlier, awareness of those thoughts that we need to break free from, that awareness that it's a self-imposed prison, that we're the ones blocking our own manifestations with our limited thinking. So recognizing the beliefs that may be holding you back, that you can break free from, being aware that those beliefs are creating a reality you don't prefer. So we've got twofold here is what I'm feeling. Be present, but also be aware of what, when you are present, you're actually shutting down a lot of that monkey mind and those thoughts. But being aware of your thoughts and even aware of how those thoughts may have manifested into your previous manifestations, into things that maybe didn't go the way you wanted. Can you tie it? Can you trace it? It's one of my favorite things to do, and I love helping my clients do that. Make the connection between what you're thinking and what you're experiencing, because it's always a direct reflection. Maybe not, I shouldn't say direct, because it's kind of a general thing. It's what you're believing most to be true, what you're focusing on the most, you're going to get a reflection back. So you've got this internal projection thing going on here. Whatever you're thinking about, your consciousness is getting reflected into your external reality. So be aware of that. I do think with this 3 energy of don't worry, be happy, I feel good, I'm optimistic, I'm relaxed, I'm carefree, and the 6 energy, which is, neither of these energies are mind energies. Gemini is air, so there is the mind energy there. I do think it's a lot less of that thinking, which is nice, because that was what was really a thorn in my side the last few weeks of May. My circumstances were fine, but my mindset was not what I prefer. And so I used my Bach flower remedies, which is something else I can recommend in a private session. Those really helped me shift my mindset. Okay, there was one more thing that came up with the 3 and the 6 that I wanted to talk about, and I've already lost it, I think, which sucks. Let's see, what were we saying? Awareness of the thoughts, mental energy, 3 and 6. I don't think it's coming back, guys. So I will remind you that I am gifting a 2022 personal year forecast to everybody who books a session, who purchases a phone session, an intuitive session, private intuitive session with me this week through Sunday night. If you already have your forecast for this year, you can gift it to a friend or a loved one, family member. No problem. I just want to offer that to you because it is such a helpful tool to know what your personal month energies are. So I also did mark that down to 33. It was 44. So if you don't have it and you don't feel like you need a session right now and you want to get that, I will link that below. You can get that 2022 forecast for yourself, so you can look back at the year and then look forward, look at June and look forward for the rest of the year to know what the energies are that are affecting you. Anyway, it's great to see you guys. Please do say hi if you're watching the replay. I read all your comments. I appreciate all your comments. And I will link a couple of those things in the comments. comments, along with my website if you're interested in learning more about what I do or making a connection with me this month for a session or a numerology reading. I hope to talk to you. Thanks, guys. Bye.